Hello, my name is Jillian. The topic of my lesson is exploring the beach. I'm going to be focusing on a sink and float experiment with a group of 20 general education students who are between the ages of 6 and 7 in first grade. Basically, I'm going to have the children bring items from their home, different items that are found at the beach, and it's nice because we're going to get a wide variety of things, and we'll be able to test the theory whether the things will sink or float. I'm going to talk to them about mass and volume. I'm going to show them, for instance, a rock has a large amount of mass and a large amount of volume, therefore it is heavy. So I will ask them, do they think that this will sink or do they think that this will float? Then, in comparison, I will show them a ball. The ball is pretty large and has a lot of volume, but the mass is very small. It does not have a lot of mass. It's very light. So do you think this will sink or float? Then I will read a book called There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Shell. Basically, it's a book about beach-related items that a little old lady swallows. It's very fun. There's a lot of colors, pictures, and it rhymes as well. I'll read you a little bit so you can get an idea. There was an old lady who swallowed a shell. I don't know why she swallowed the shell. She didn't tell. There was an old lady who swallowed a crab. Why did she grab that crawling crab? And so on. It keeps repeating the story. At the end, she spits out a castle, which is pretty funny. According to our textbook, Effective Practices in Early Childhood Development, Sue Bredenkamp explains how children in primary grades need a large vocabulary to learn to read and comprehend what they read. By reading the children a book that fits into the unit, gives the students a chance to learn new vocabulary that can be applied to the topic in order to further understand what is being taught. I always like to use one with every unit that I do, at least one book. I'm going to then give the children a Rexo depicting different things that we brought in with the name of the object and a picture of the object. This way, the children that don't know how to read can see the picture and still make a decision. We will see whether it will float, which is a little smiley face, or sink, with a little frowny face. They choose which one they think based on their sense of touch. They're allowed to touch the items, look at the items, but they cannot put it in the water yet. We're going to be doing that as a class experiment. Once everybody's completed this, we will go to the carpet. We will sit together in a circle, and we will do the actual experiment. I will have the children raise their hand, and I will pick on the child that is behaving the best, and they will get to pick an item to drop into the bucket. So, for instance, this is a little sand crab used to make a sandcastle. It's pretty large volume, but the mass is pretty light. So when you put it in the bucket of water, it floats. So I will ask the children to raise their hand. Who thinks it sinks? Who thinks it floats? And I'll do a little tally. And in the end, I will count up how many guesses the children have that are correct. And whoever has the most amount of correct guesses will get an ocean sticker. The experiment is very hands-on and it's fun to conduct. The students heavily participate with their knowledge of weight, and they learn based on the results about volume and mass. I actually did conduct this experiment with my preschool class, but I tweaked it a little bit for the first grade children because they need to learn a little more vocabulary. The preschoolers understood the weight aspect of it, but that was pretty much it. They loved it. They actually absolutely loved the experiment. As a teacher, we need to choose topics that are of interest to our students because it makes learning more fun. And by using items that are familiar and fun, engages the children and helps them focus on the experiment. Thank you.